All right, it looks like we are live right now. I hope everyone can hear me. I can turn off this status message now, it looks like. Here we go. One moment here. I apologize for the delay. All right, it looks like we are live. Good evening, everyone. I'm Alex Moxon from Racine County Weather. Thank you so much for joining me this evening as we take a look at our severe, or not severe weather, our winter weather situation that we have coming up later on in the short future, actually. Very shortly, we will be taking a look at severe winter weather moving in our way. And let's first take a look. One moment here. Let me get this set up. I thought I had this all good to go. I apologize for this. Let's try that. You know, I'm just going to transfer you on over here right now. Let's take a look at the National Weather Service page. So here we are. This is the overview of the National Weather Service zooming in towards our area. We are under that winter storm warning right now. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you. National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning for Racine County that is set to take effect at 9 o'clock this evening and lasts until Friday, or I'm sorry, today is Friday, 9 o'clock Friday up until 3 p.m. Saturday afternoon. So starting in about 2 hours here, lasting until 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. This winter storm warning is taking effect. We had a winter storm watch before that has since been dropped and replaced with this winter storm warning. Now let's take a look real quick over at radar from Weather Underground. I'm going to have to scroll down a little here for you. Let's see if I can get this animated as well. All right, this will be just one moment here. Thank you all for joining me once again as we take a look at this pretty unusual event for this time of year. I'll get into that in a little bit as well. So you see all the snow. This is a relatively big system moving through the Iowa and northern Illinois as well as southern Wisconsin area right now. Just a lot of snow with this, a lot of moisture coming in, and soon it'll be falling on us. This storm system, I believe it was in Sioux Falls. I believe this report came out of Sioux Falls. I think it was 16 inches of snow that they saw over there, which is, that's a lot. We certainly won't see that much here, I promise. Well, I guess I shouldn't promise, but I really don't think we're going to see that much here. I'll get into snowfall totals in a little bit. Let's quick zoom into our area. Let's take a look at the Milwaukee National Weather Service Sullivan radar. Let's turn on that distinction between rain and snow here so you can see that. Oops, I think I have the wrong radar feed for you. Oh no, I don't. I'm just zoomed in for some reason. Let's zoom all the way out here. There we go. This is the Milwaukee Sullivan radar. I'm going to hide this clutter here as well. And let's get this animated for you. So we are seeing that snow starting to make its way on into Racine County, as you can see. However, while it looks like it is moving into Racine County, it is also not necessarily snowing here at this time. We do have very dry air. Dew points are in the teens right now, as our air temperatures are in the 30s. So that means our air is still really dry and it's all evaporating before it reaches the ground, much like you hear about more in summer, but it does happen in winter as well. So that's what's happening right now. The snow is not necessarily reaching the ground, which is why I love using this tool. This tool is called MPing. I'm going to switch over to that for you. This is oops, now I messed it up. Let me just reset this for you real quick. Didn't think that was going to happen. Sorry about that. Here we go. Let's zoom into our area. And with this tool, you can download a free app onto your phone called MPing, M-P-I-N-G, the Mobile Precipitation Identification Near the Ground. That's what it's called. This is an app where you can quickly submit a public report to the National Weather Service about what you are seeing on the ground right now. If you're seeing, you see the little snowflakes that are popping up. We actually have one just west of Burlington, AC, right now popping up. This is on a animation loop here for you. I think it's a 6-hour loop, it looks like. Yeah, 6-hour loop. Um, and you see the little snowflakes. That indicates that somebody reported that there was snow. Those are the white snowflakes. Some of the different colored snowflakes mean some different things. If you want to find more information on this, you can always search MPing. Just do a Google search for MPing, and you can take a look at the information there. And if you want to download the app, it's available on Android and Apple products. Just go to your App Store or whatever, Play Store, and you can download the MPing app from there. This is very helpful for the National Weather Service as well as myself, especially in these winter weather events, because there are some times during the winter where we see we have that mixed precipitation moving in, and it's a very fine line, and it's very difficult for us to determine where that line is. So just having the public reporting what they're seeing on the ground is so helpful to myself, to the National Weather Service, to everybody. So the reports only take about 10 seconds to submit, and it is very, very helpful. So I encourage you to download that app. That's MPing, M-P-I-N-G. So again, you do notice that we're not necessarily seeing much snow here. We do have that report just west of Burlington of seeing some snow, but otherwise that's probably just a few little flakes. But again, as we go back to the radar here, we're not seeing all that much yet. Again, if I back out real quick and we go back to the regional radar, you see that there is plenty more to come with that. So we're just going to go back over to the National Weather Service here, and I'm going to show you some of the products that they've been issuing for this storm system. These are updated as of 3:30, but they're still relatively accurate, I think. So we're going to take a look first at the snow timing. Actually, before we do that, I apologize. I'm going to show you one more thing. We're going to go over to their what they're looking at. This is issued more recently. This is at about 5:30 this afternoon. They issued this. These are the snow start times. So as you notice, Racine County, we are in this just after the white, kind of like I can't a powder blue maybe, kind of sorta. We are in that area, which according to the key here, that's an 8 p.m. start time. So around 8 o'clock is what we are looking at for a start time for the more substantial snow, which is coming up relatively soon. So to be ready for that, and soon enough I'll be talking about the significance of these the snow. And at any time as well, if you do have any questions about anything with this snowstorm, please take a moment to to do the chat thing. Now I've never done these live streams before, so I'm trying to figure this out myself as well. So do bear with me. If you're not getting through on chat, or if chat's for some reason not available, I think it's available, but I'm not positive. You can always send me a Facebook message at facebook.com/Racine County Weather. You can send me a Facebook message and I'll answer your questions live on the air. So I encourage you to ask these questions as I can better understand what you want to know from this. So now again, going back to this, we do have that the snow, it looks like the start time is going to be around 8 o'clock this evening. The more substantial snow, again, a few flakes have been reported, but we'll see that snow picking up later on this evening. The snow, as it says up here in the upper left of this graphic, snow will be heavy at times and the larger accumulations will be in the south. So that includes us, in my opinion, and in reality. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Hold on one moment. Sorry about that. You didn't see anything. I just did. So let me just fix this here real quick. And then we'll be back. Think we're going? Maybe. Looks like it. I'm going to go with yes. And I have something dinged here real quick. I want to see if that was a message or something. Doesn't look like it is. Alright, so we are just going to mosey right along here. I don't think that was anything that I need to be concerned about. Again, I've never done this before. In this format, I've done the live streams before. Not in this event format, so I'm trying something new here too. So just bear with me a little bit here. And I'm sorry for the late start as well. Having a few little technical problems, but those have since been resolved. So We're good to go, and I don't see anything that I need to be completely alarmed about. So I guess I can move on, I think. One moment. I'm really sorry about this. Okay. All right, let's just move on. Okay, I think we're good to go. So let's take a look again at the National Weather Service. I'm going to go back up to those products that I was at before. Maybe there we go. Okay. So we're just going to browse right through this. And let's take a look first at the whole timing of this. I showed you the start times and everything. We're going to take a look specifically at this timing for where the heavier snow is coming in. This is 3 p.m. That's old. This is 6 p.m. That's also old, but it shows you where the heaviest snowfall is. Now as I scroll down here on the left, you have 9 p.m., which is showing us where the heaviest snowfall is just to our west and south. But the heaviest snowfall at midnight is right over us, and that's going to continue as we move on. Oh, you can't see that. There we go. Okay, that's better. You can see that a little better now. So the heaviest snow, 9 p.m. just to our south and west. Midnight right over us. So the heaviest snow is going to start 10, 11 o'clock, midnight. That's when we're really going to see it. Now, what's really getting confusing about this system, in my opinion, I don't know if my opinion matters. Sure, my opinion matters. Yeah. What's really getting confusing to me is that it's difficult with this system because we cannot necessarily tell what we are looking at in terms of snowfall amounts because of the lake. Lake Michigan plays a huge role in our forecast. So I'm just hoping that I can figure this out soon enough. But as I scroll down here a little bit more, 10 a.m. Saturday, that's when this radar, the simulated radar is from the National Weather Service, and you see this lake enhanced snow. That's like lake effect snow, but it's like combined with the actual storm system itself. So we have the lake effect combined with the system snow. That's lake enhanced snow. Now I'm going to turn on my pen here, and this screen's going to spaz out for a moment here. So let me just fix that quick. And there we go. And let's try this again. So, let me get my pen out. Here we go. There. Okay. So, what we have, lakes, you see where the lake is. So, what we've been looking at lately were winds out of the east. And actually, let me get this a little bigger here. Here we go. Winds out of the east. And that would be bringing us a stronger push of warmer air off of Lake Michigan. And that would therefore give us the chance of seeing mixed precipitation, because the lake water is the air temperature of the lake is still warmer because the water is warmer. It takes longer for the water to cool down than it does for land. So still warm over by the lake, and that warmer air would push onshore and give us that mixed precipitation that was concerning me in an aspect of trying to get a pinpointed snowfall amount down for you. But let me erase all that because that is no longer true. Now what we are looking at is kind of this formation of wind. It's going south, it's going from the north to the south, northerly flow down, and then once it gets towards us, it's going to shift towards the north. We're going to have a northeasterly wind, and that is going to be giving us northeast wind. It says right down here, 15 to 25 miles an hour on the northeast. That's going to be bringing us the potential of lake enhanced snow. We have plenty of what we call fetch off of Lake Michigan. The fetch is basically how long the wind is going on off the lake. If we have a straight south flow, that means areas like Gary, Indiana, though areas like that are going to be seeing a lot of lake effect snow because the wind covers the entire area of Lake Michigan. And when it does that, the wind covering the entire area of Lake Michigan, that's the key for just getting a lot of that fetch. And when we have a lot of the fetch, a lot of lake effect snow. I'm not explaining this too well, I know. A lot of fetch, a lot of lake effect snow. The fetch, again, how long the wind is off the lake. So if you have a straight wind out of the east or out of the west, that will give lake effect snow, not necessarily as much so because the wind is not over the lake quite as long. So again, what we are looking at right now is that lake enhanced snow. So that could really give us some heavier snow showers during the day on Wednesday. Not Wednesday. Saturday. Where am I getting Wednesday from? Saturday. During the day on Saturday, that could give us some bigger snowfall rates, and that could be a problem. So we will be watching that very closely. This is so hard to predict these snowfall rates and the times in which we'll see the lake enhanced snow, or even if we will see the lake enhanced snow. It's difficult to do, so I'm gonna try my best. And it's hard for anybody to do this, so these could really pick up these totals along the lake, but again, hard to tell. So stay tuned for more updates. And I'm gonna look at that. I can still scroll. All right. So here's that warning map once again. Winter storm warnings, that pink shaded area, that includes us. Winter weather advisories, all the blue. That includes it's actually a bluish purple now that I think about it a little more. I'm seeing it as a little bit of a purple. That includes pretty much, actually all of lower Michigan is under a winter weather advisory for later on. And as we move down to our snowfall totals, you see how well confined this is to southern Wisconsin with this. Where we have next to nothing, or actually nothing, and a good part of northern Wisconsin. The stuff in far northern Wisconsin is through a different system that's not associated with the system that we're seeing, but this is all confined to southern Wisconsin. It's a relatively narrow band, unlike many other systems. But if I scroll even further south, or not further south, further down rather, maybe this picture will pop up. Maybe it won't. It doesn't look like it will. That's not good. Let me try this. Screen's going to spaz out here once again. Sorry about that. Oh, look, it's here. Okay, cool. So, here's what we're looking at for snowfall totals. The orange area, I can't show you the key at the same time because of the screen resolution or whatever, but the orange area is 8 to 12 inches. All right, orange area is 8 to 12 inches. The yellow area is 6 to 8 inches. The blue area, the darker blue, is 4 to 6 inches, and then we have 3 to 4 to the north and all that stuff. Now, I think these totals are actually a little shy, especially for the lake areas. This product was issued when we were thinking that we could see some of that mixed precipitation. We still do have the possibility of seeing mixed precipitation. I should make that clear. We have the possibility of seeing mixed precipitation, and that would, if we do see that mixed precipitation, that would probably lower the totals. The probability, however, is lower than we were thinking before, and that's why I'm thinking these totals are rising. Now that we're seeing that wind more out of the northeast instead of straight out of the east, our chances of seeing mixed precipitation have went down a little bit. But we still do have a little bit of potential for a little bit of time. Not as long, not as high of a chance though. So I think our snowfall totals will be higher than that 4 to 6 inch range for you next to Lake Michigan. In fact, those of you closer to Lake Michigan may see higher amounts than much of the county if that lake enhanced snow does in fact occur. If I get let's see here. Okay, get the pen back out. Screen's gonna freak out. I'm gonna scroll back down because if we have the winds coming off the lake out of the northeast, now this is mainly going to affect the southern Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha, lake shores. That's mainly where these winds are going to come off the lake. Now, the winds are going to be about like that. So, this area that I've kind of highlighted, in a sense, is where it looks like we have the best chance of seeing the lake effect snow. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean areas to the west of that won't see any lake enhanced snow. That doesn't mean every area in this highlighted area is going to see lake effect snow. It just means that there's a better chance in this area of seeing lake enhanced snow. But it also doesn't necessarily mean we'll see lake enhanced snow at all. So this is why it's so hard. We can't, everything has to line up really well to see this lake effect or lake enhanced snow. And while it looks like it is right now, that could change eventually. So yeah, it's so hard to tell, and we hope to be able to tell sooner than later so you can have a good idea as to what's going on with this. But you know, uh, we'll get through this. Yeah. So again, I think most of us will be in that 6 to 8 inch range at least, possibly even more than 8 inches. 6 to 10 inches, I think overall for Racine County is a good safe bet. And as we move down this page even further, here's like the hourly snowfall rates. This is for Milwaukee area, about half an inch an hour. That's not extreme, but it's also definitely something not to take lightly. Let's see if there's anything else on this page. Oh, this one was really interesting. So, taking a look at our historical 2-day snowfalls. This is from the time period of October 15th through November 21st. In the history of that time frame, the largest snowfall we've seen in Milwaukee was 14.6 inches on November 6th of 1896. The second most was 6.3 inches in 1989. So it looks like this will be quite possibly the second largest snowfall this early in the season. So it's very, very rare that we see a winter storm warning this early in the season, and definitely even more rare for for it to be this early in the season. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We don't see this all that often for extreme snows like this to come this early for a winter storm warning. But nevertheless, it's happening, and this will be definitely a historic storm as it's still November. It's not even Thanksgiving, and we're seeing very, very significant snowfall amounts. So thanks to the National Weather Service for providing all these products. And now I'm going to talk a little bit. So let's get that camera back on me because I know everyone loves to see my face. Hey, look at that. I'm back. So I wanted to talk to you. I got the nice headphones on here. Don't always wear these. I'm hoping the audio quality is a little better with this. So let me know what you guys think. And again, if you have any questions, I'll try and peer over the screen from time to time, see what we got going. But I don't see anything right now. Any questions? If you can chat on this video, do that. If you can't chat, you can send a message to facebook.com/Racine County Weather, and I will answer your questions live on air. So now what I wanted to talk about, most importantly to you, was safety during this storm. Again, the winter storm warning is going to be in effect from 9 p.m. until 3 p.m. 9 p.m. this evening until 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So with this snowfall event, we have two main concerns that I have. First of all, of course, we have a lot of snow. A lot of snow at once is very difficult for driving. So the 6 to 10 inches is very bad, definitely not ideal at least for driving. So that alone makes me recommend people to stay off of the roads because of these snowfall amounts and the snowfall rates. Some of the snowfall rates, especially in the lake enhanced areas, could be relatively high. That could be that late morning and early afternoon in particular. But what the other main concern that I have is this is the first real snowfall of the year, the first accumulating snowfall of the year. And we all know what happens on that first snowfall. People seem to forget how to drive in the snow, which, I mean, it's been quite a while since you've driven in the snow. It's been, it's been 8-9 months probably since you've driven in the snow for most of you. So we all seem to forget what it's like to drive in the snow. And that results in a greater amount of accidents, a greater amount of road problems, spinouts, all that stuff, getting stuck in the ditch. It's never fun. And so you combine these two things together, the fact that it's the first snowfall of the year and the fact that we are looking at quite a bit of snow for the first snowfall of the year is really, really concerning me. All right, well, look at that. It looks like I have a ding thing, so let me quick switch back over to here. Let me see what that ding was. Ooh, look at that. I have something. I have a message. Alright, let's take a look at this. Okay. Well, I would like to thank my father for sending me messages on Facebook. Um, Unfortunately, these messages don't have any relation to what we are looking at in terms of our snowfall, our snow event, so I will not answer them. Why is the sky blue? Well, that's a topic for later, I think. So, let's go back to this. Thank you for those messages. I greatly appreciate them, totally. Um, let's go back. Yeah, okay. We'll just move on. So, thank you for those messages. If anyone has any legitimate questions about this event, please, by all means, send them my way, and I can't wait to see what this one is right here. Wait, is this a different person sending me a message? It might be. Never mind. I don't think so. Okay, sorry about that. Now we'll keep going. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the effects. And it's looking like it's 7:30 already, but I'm going to keep going because I started late. And yeah, I'm going to keep going. So, what we are looking at is the both of the fact that we're having a lot of snow and it's the first snowfall of the year is significant for this event. So I strongly encourage all of you to stay off the roads during this winter storm warning if at all possible. Please stay off the roads, except for an emergency basis or something like that, because um, yeah, everybody's forgotten how to drive in the snow, myself included. I haven't driven in the snow for 8, 9 months. Uh, so I certainly intend. I'm gonna certainly try to not drive in this snow during this winter storm warning. Again, 9 p.m. to 3 p.m. If you can stay off the roads, do it. It's going to help everybody, yourself, other drivers who need to be out for emergency reasons, any depart or not DOT, DPW people with the snowplow drivers. It's going to help them immensely. So please just try and stay off the roads. If you absolutely have to be on the roads, if it's unavoidable, here's my suggestions. Please give yourself plenty of extra time. Plenty of extra time. I can't stress that enough. If you give yourself plenty of extra time, then that's going to allow you to do the second thing, which is slow down. If you don't give yourself extra time, you're not going to be encouraged to slow down because you're going to think, oh, I still need to get here as quick as I can. No, you don't. Your safety is more important than getting to wherever you need to be. So please slow down and please give yourself plenty of extra time that's going to allow you to slow down. By slow down, I don't mean drive at the speed limit if you're one who typically drives 5, 10 miles an hour above the speed limit. No, drive below the speed limit. The speed limit is for ideal driving conditions only. Drive significantly below the speed limit. If we have any blowing snow, any reduced visibilities, which there will be reduced visibilities, drive slow. Roads are going to be slippery. Right now, road temperatures are above freezing. However, shortly after the snowfall comes in, those road temperatures will drop below freezing and the snow will start to stick. Crews are going to be out soon, I'm sure, starting to take care of these roads, but it's still going to be slick regardless. We don't have any really pre-treated roads as far as I know, with this being the first snowfall of the year. We don't have any salt residue from previous snow events, so it's going to be difficult to drive in this. Regardless as to how good you think you're a driver in the snow, you need to drive slow, please. Drive well below the speed limit, 10, 15, 20 miles an hour below the speed limit. Leave early enough so you can get there still on time while driving this slow. If your drive's typically half an hour, add 15 minutes or so to that. It's going to help you. It's going to help emergency vehicles. It's going to help any other drivers who need to be out there. It's going to help snowplow drivers. Another thing that helps snowplow drivers, don't park on the side of the street if at all possible. If you can park somewhere else, please do that. because even if you don't necessarily have a no parking rule for your area for snow events, in fact, I'm going to take a look real quick here and see if we do have any snow emergencies yet. Hold on one moment, please. So let's see if I can find this here. Okay. I'm just going to see if we have any snow emergencies here while I'm thinking about it. Snow emergencies have been reported. Let's see here. Okay, we don't have any snow emergencies at this time in Racine County, but if I do hear of any, I will be sure to pass them along to you as soon as I do hear of them. But at this time, I don't have any snow emergencies to report. But I still strongly encourage you to get off of the sides of the street when you're parked if you can. Park in your driveway, park in a friend's driveway, park in your lawn. It's really going to help because for two reasons. One, it'll make it that much easier for the snowplow drivers to plow your street out. And two, if you're still there, the snowplow is going to plow around you, and then you're going to be stuck there. It's going to be that much harder for you to get out afterwards. There's going to be that much more snow around your car once this event's all said and done. So again, if you can, please, I'd strongly recommend parking on the side of or off the side of the street rather, and staying out of the snowplow's way. That would help tremendously. So if you can do that, that'd be much appreciated. So again, please, 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 please try not to drive in this snow. And I'm gonna check something real quick here while I'm still with you. Otherwise, again, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message on Racine County Weather or in some other way, send me a message. I will gladly answer it. If I'm not on the air at the time, I will definitely send you a message back with what I know so far. But I will try and answer all the questions on the air if we do have time and if any questions come up. Okay, it doesn't look like we have any new information for that. I was just looking to see if we had any new information on the winter storm warning. Doesn't look like we do at this time, so keep that as is for now. But yeah, like I said before, try and stay off the road. Safety is the main concern for this event, especially for this event because of the fact that we are looking at this being the first snowfall event and a lot of snow at once. I'd strongly recommend canceling travel plans if you can. Again, 9 p.m. through 3 p.m. That's when that ideal time is going to be for roads to be rather dangerous. Not impassable. Roads aren't going to be impassable. This isn't a blizzard by any means, but it's going to be dangerous. So if you can stay off the roads at all, that would be much, much appreciated by everyone, myself included. So I think that's all I have for you right now. I'm going to stay on the line for a little while. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them my way, and I will gladly answer them as soon as I can, as soon as I can find out you sent them. Quick, take a look here. See if we got anything new. Doesn't look like anything new is coming into me. I don't think we have any questions that have come up, but like I said, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me through Facebook messaging or a post onto my Facebook page. I will definitely respond to it as soon as I can. I want to make sure you are as informed with this as you can be. This is a very significant event, and I want to make sure you are informed and you do know what's going on because, like I said, it's significant and it's very early in the season for this to be happening, but it is happening. So as much as we want to try and admit that try to tell ourselves that it's not happening, it's happening, it's coming. In fact, I'm going to pull up that MPing real quick once more, take a look at the latest reports. We do have a report, it looks like, just off of, let me pause this here and bring, oops, let me get the mouse back over here. We're going to try and bring this all the way to the end here. What is that? That looks like some. Oh boy, I have a US Cellular commercial going on to me. Get that stuff. Okay, we're just gonna do. Yeah, okay. You might have heard a US Cellular commercial. I didn't try for that to happen. Sorry about that. Looks like there's a rain report coming in right in the city of Racine around there or so. So I don't know what's happening there, if it's actually raining or what, but that's what's coming in right now. So again, MPing app is a great app. Download it, send in your reports. It's much, much appreciated. So try and do that if you can. Otherwise, I don't think I have anything else for you right now. It looks like, again, we have that winter storm warning. This has been scrolling on the top of your screen. That starts at 9 p.m. this evening, which is in just under an hour and a half, an hour 20 right now. It looks like hour 20. That warning is going to be starting, and that will continue until 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Again, our snowfall range, it looks like 6 to 10 inches for most areas of Racine County. As I am still trying to update the forecasted snow totals here with the potential for that lake enhancement. So once I get more information, I'll be sure to make another post on Facebook for the giving you the most up-to-date snowfall totals. Okay, so at this point, I think it doesn't look like we have any additional questions coming in to me. So I think we're just about ready to sign off here. Thank you all so much for joining me for this event. I hope to do other events like this when we do have dangerous weather situations coming into play. So I do appreciate you joining me this evening for this. And I certainly do appreciate the fact that I hope you adhere to driving advice, because it's certainly not going to be pretty on these roadways come 8 hours from now. It's definitely going to be a mess out there. So if you don't have to drive, I certainly would advise that you stay home. Just sip a cup of coffee, turn on the fireplace, watch outside. And if you don't like snow, well, put it this way. Here's your Thanksgiving forecast, about 50 degrees and rain. So that's what we're looking at for Thanksgiving, which is only 6 days away, believe it or not. So otherwise, I think that's all I have for you right now. Again, winter storm warning is 9 p.m. until 3 p.m. So definitely be sure to stay safe outdoors if you have to drive. Otherwise, stay home, stay off those roadways and all that stuff. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much, as always, for following Racine County Weather. I'm Alex Moxon. Have a great night. Stay safe, and thank you for joining me.